Give it a few minutes. I'm supposed to go live until we'll see. We have 3 people in here anyway. I'd say one of them's Chrissy. Just so she didn't go up there to church, set the alarm there. Hey, dog, what's going on? Just killing time, man. Just killing time. Worked up 2 great big kettles of green beans today. My boy got lucky yesterday. Day before yesterday, he got his head pinched between a trailer and a tractor or semi. Bad enough to make blood come out his ears. Told him he better go get checked. Oh, you mean these 2 right here? Yeah, it took me a year to get them, but that's why they're back there. I want to keep an eye on them. There's J Dog's towel and Tara's towel. What's up, Uncle Lou? And I got them beans done, got dinner done, lunch done, whatever you want to call it. I was beat. I'm still not recovered yet. Lulu. There used to be a song out like that. And just hanging out, killing time till about 10 o'clock. So I'm start to live and I'm going to bed. I got to get up and get some things done early in the morning. Guy gets 2 doors hung. We'll be putting the boat back on the trailer. I can put them guides on later. No, I didn't say nothing about no snow. I don't even want to see it. I gotta get the neighbor guy climb up there and put the cap on my stove and probably raise the stack up a little bit so I can get the pipes worked up there. It slid down somehow. Just don't know how, but it did. What? No. Shouldn't be. Can't get enough to drink for some reason. Mm-hmm. 39 degrees Friday for a low. Clear up to Tuesday, it's 42. Got rain Sunday coming. No, 39 on Thursday is the lowest I'll see till Tuesday. Come on. I was telling you I looked something up the other day when my phone did. Forgot to close it out. Oh, you had me looking, you old goat. Where you gonna go, J Dog? You gonna take your saw with you and cut that tree out so you can get up in there? I need me another winch. The mountain garage, so I could pull them deer up. Dude, that's all right. He'll be wanting to cuddle up with the dog to stay warm. He could always work with that heated vest, you know. Better call and tell him to bring something if it's going to be that cold. Got some flooding somewhere. Jay posted. Pagosa Springs, Colorado. 380 people were evacuated. Steelers won over the Browns. That's sad. 23-9. Terrible. And they didn't make football. Be in the 40s, but that's not too awful bad. Makes the air a little crisp. Should be foggy. Yeah, I had to joke with the boy last night when I talked to him. he had his head pinched between that semi trailer and the tractor. I said, it's like being born again, wasn't it? Got that old head stuck. He better not take me out there where he works, because I'm going to ask him, what kind of four snips did you all use to get that melon out with? Yeah, you're probably about right there. I ain't putting on a pair of jogging pants yet, but it's coming. I need to get that log splitter fired up. Probably take it and lock it up. Never know, I might have to use it again. Figured there'd be more people come in than this, and it being Sunday evening. Normally I don't go live in the evening. I think when I do a giveaway, I'm gonna put stuff in a bag, put numbers on the bag. Whoever wins the spin gets to pick a bag till we run out of bags. I think that's what I'll do with that. As soon as I get some stuff gathered up. They'll be out this week to work on the daggone internet line, put in a new line. I'll see if they won't run one out to the garage. Yeah, as soon as you get them out, it only lasts as a day, and then you got to bring out what you had on, put them back up, and get the others. I don't even know what temperature's going to be in the morning. I didn't pay attention to it. I gotta get my flat trailer going in the morning. I got to cut all the wood off of it. I probably could take and just paint that one and flip it over and screw it down to what's there and see how long it'll last. Stack some wood on it and pull it up there and cover it up by the door. That way I'll have some wood to mix with the pine to burn. I guess StreamYard's changing their video a little bit. It's kind of grainy looking to what it used to be. Got 6 people in here. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, I guess the deer up here, the bucks are starting to mess with does a little bit. We had a doe come in last night. We got it on trail cam. And from the looks of the pictures, she was all squatted down, walking away from him, trying to get away from him. He went over to where she was at. She went back towards the field. So I guess ruts are getting ready to hit. Oh no, Joe. No, no, no. Ain't no way, J Dog. Hey, Big Matt, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I mean, she was squatted down in the pictures like she didn't want nothing to do with him right now. But he kind of followed her right out to the field. I got some tinks out there on the rag. Hopefully, they'll draw in some. We had a couple of youngsters come in. Thinking about picking up some of them butternuts and taking them down there and scatter them along the edge of the field. Maybe get some trees started. I'd love to be able to start them myself. Get some starts of them. I just don't know how to do it. I got to work on deer blind too, covering up some holes there at the door. Put me a panel up so air can't come in. I just won't be able to open the doors back up until next year. Get the bow out and shoot a couple arrows. See if it's still on. I have to adjust it a little bit. Get the weed eater out, cut me out a spot on the hill there where it's set the what's left of the decoy up. It's missing the head and the legs and stuff like that. I give the horns to the grandson when he was real little, so he got something to play with. I had it all set up one night, and meanness hit me. I went out there and put some tinks on it, and we come back in late that night. Well, just so happened the decoy was knocked over. I think a big buck went in there and messing around with it. Hard to say what happened. I know we had a tree load of peaches and it was gone the next day. I'm going to assume the deer and the possums ate them. Might trade that 18-foot boat off for a box trailer. I don't know yet. Your dog's a little early too, but he still manages. If I lived closer to him, we'd be out on that boat every day or every other day when he ain't got something to do. There's just everything around here. I got to do it. Made some pork chops today, well, loins. Opened up a can of mushroom soup, added more mushrooms to it, made like a gravy to go on it. It wasn't too bad. I ate two little slices and called it dinner. Wait till about 6, make me a salad. That way, at 7 o'clock, I'll be ready to take my medicine. I guess Troy and them's got a backstage one talking about football, probably. My grandson went sick. I'd have had him up here this weekend. Uncle Lou, we had 2 batches, bud. I didn't even pick none of them. I let them alone since we didn't have too many of them over the years. This is the first year, and good God, man, I want to say 5 years that we had the second wave. I wasn't even paying attention and just looked up, and the tree was bare. There wasn't nothing there. So I'm going to cut the trees back this year and let them resprout. What's up, Billy? Welcome in. You must have just got home. I figured I didn't need none right now. I found me an old kettle out there. If I'd have found it sooner, I would try to blanch them, freeze them. There's some way you can freeze them and they don't turn black. I tried putting them in bags plain. I tried white flour, or not flour, but white cornmeal. I tried yellow cornmeal, and they still turn black. I don't know how they do it. I've seen one guy blanch them, dry them off, and then put cornmeal in it and throw them in the freezer. What do you want, knucklehead? Huh? Billy should have all kinds of them things down there where he lives at. And Catawba worms. Go on, get down. Go. Bring it roping here and lay it down here so that way when it gets dark, I get up and step on the ball on the end of it. The mop tries to be slick. Yeah, if I can learn how to preserve them, I can get them and turn around and bag some up and ship them out your way. Yep. I still use them when they're black. I mean, they're good. They're not as good, but they work. Yep, $10 a dozen and higher. That price there was probably 5 years ago here. Let's see here. I'm going to say it's the one works at mudding. There's a pastor. There it is. Got it. Man, look at all them. I'll have to check him out. He was buying a pound for $10. That's not bad. Billy, I've got probably 10. I have more than 10 trees in the yard at one time. And being honest with you, with all them trees, out of all them when I started and planted, I got 2 trees that was in here before I built the house. They had 104 dozen on them 1 year. And with all these other trees, I ain't seen 104 dozen. See, I seen 17 off the little one out back. 50 packs for $30. Well, a dozen to a pack. If I could learn how to freeze them, I'd be all right. And I'm sure he ain't gonna tell you his secret. But it really looks like he blanches them because they ain't moving. You know, the way they got them laid out there so nice and neat in a row. I don't think they're alive. I've been watching some videos. All 50 worms for $30. That's still kind of cheaper than what they're asking here. Oh, he will? Cool. I'll send him a message and ask him. Tell him I got worms here and I just can't keep the color in them. Shoot, I was sold 17 dozen. They wasn't no $10 a dozen, but I got $3 a dozen out of them when I took them up there. I got $51 out of 17 dozen. So that's how long it's been since I sold them. I only sold those because I needed some cash and it was quick and I was on my way to Columbus. And I sold them at R&R Bait. Now they moved from Columbus there off of, well, south of downtown on Front Street. They moved from there to Buckeye Lake. And I have to take them clear out there now. Huh. Well, usually guys won't tell their secrets on that. There, if anybody wants to come up. I never turned them inside out, Billy. I've always just slapped two of them on a hook, man. I catch 2 or 3 fish with them 2 worms, and when it starts getting a little low, I just keep adding 1 worm to it. And usually I fish all night on a dozen worms, depending on how bad they tear them up. When I was at that pay pond up there, I sold some to the old man, and I actually traded some and sold some, but I traded for my ticket. When he closed shop, I sold mine out there out the back end of the truck. But he didn't mind. I mean, I go out there and help him cut the weeds down out there in the lake, walk out there and cut weeds and stuff. He said, if you feel something hit you in the leg, it's just a big catfish. Don't worry about it. I ain't feel nothing. But we cut them weeds and piled them up. Wind blowed them across to the other side next to the freeway. We went over the next day and took a pitchfork, threw them up on the bank so it could dry out, kill it. And when I did that, I had me a little bucket with me. I was getting small crawdads out of it. using them for bait too. Yeah, that's what this guy did. I haven't either. The old man had the farm truck come in every month with a load of channel cats, and every once in a while they'll have a big, great big giant cart. He said, "Throw it in there. We'll take it. Throw it in there." Well, they got it in the net and they put it in the truck. They really didn't care where it got off at, so he threw it in there. He had one carp out there had scales on it the size of a dime. It was a pretty good sized carp. But he did have one great big fish he paid a pile of money for. It was a 35-pound shovel head. And he turned it loose in there. Ain't nobody ever caught it that I know of. But I can tell you, my pole bent over and I got back over to it. I walked all the way around the lake to the other side, jerking on this, and walked all the way back, pulling and everything. I said, well, I'll just set it back down in the trash can. Whatever it is, it'll let go sooner or later. And I set it back down in there and waited. I had to go, so I let some slack in it, cranked her down and getting ready to jerk. And when I did, it was just like something let go. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I fished pay lakes and stuff back in my teen years. I didn't have nobody to go out on the river with, and I set up my camper, stay for the weekend, like you said, for the big tournaments. But all of them was farm raised where I went to. Hey, Mister Tully, welcome in. The guy had his own truck, and he drove to go get the fish, bring them in every month or every 2 months, something like that. But he had a lake. It took a mile to walk all the way around it. It was a mile around it. It was a beautiful lake. Then the TA truck stopped. Their gas line busted and leached into the lake and killed off a bunch of fish. Then when they died, the sun took over and the fishing ain't nothing like it was. I mean, and I spent $400 out there and didn't get one, so I'm done. I was done. They should have. They said they didn't lose a lot of fish. I know better. Yep. I don't know where this farm was that the old man stocked with, but I kept 3 families in catfish for 3 years. And he sold out to some lady, bought it for her son, and he didn't run it right, and it went downhill. Yep. Big fish do cost a lot, man, at them farms, because they like to single out so many of them, and they just keep feeding and letting them grow. Yep. Yep. I miss doing that too. But it got to become a felony, so I had to quit. I had some good birds back in the day. Had a little over 300 head here on about two something acres, almost 3 acres. Yep, I didn't make it out there. I wanted to. That's where I was going with my new blood that I come up with. It took me 10 years. Didn't quite make it out there. You had white gravel, which was Ohio Valley. Yep. Mine was a bunch of babies. Any kid could walk out there and pick them up, mess with them. They wouldn't bother them. But when you set another rooster down, they know it's time to do business. I miss them days, man. I miss the guys. There's only, in my group, there's only 2 left, my buddy and his son. That fought with us. If I can pull it up or not. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of like a lifestyle, you know. It's kind of like the General Lee and all that. It's a lifestyle. Let's see here. See if I can share this. Nope, ain't gonna let me see what this does. Yeah, there you go, Billy. That's the first man I met when we was down here. That's just 3 of the trophies that we've got. Yeah, there's a few around here, but it ain't like, there ain't none of it like what I had. I had some pure hatch. I had the Sid. I had the, oh, what was that on? Shuffler. They was both black birds. One was real light. I figured I'd crossbreed them together. They'd still keep them black and get weight put on there. And if I couldn't get the weight put on there, I'd cross it over to a hatch bird. And then I was going to cross it into the big 13-pound rooster I had out here. He was a white hackle. Beautiful bird. I retired him. He gained weight. But I had pure hatch, round head, Morgan white hackles. Shoot, man, I had butchers. You name it, I had white bird out there. I painted him green with that hairspray and called him an Irish toppy, my buddy that you seen in the picture. Me and another guy, one of our buddies, he told him that it was from over there. I wasn't allowed to let the blood out. And he come back, and it done rained several times and washed the stuff out of the feathers. And he asked where it was at. I said, oh, man, once they molt, they lose that green color feathers. They're white. Yep. I stuck with the hatch and white hackle and roundhead. Roundheads for speed, hatches for the staying ability, and because they hit hard too. I had a nutty butcher out there. I got off a guy. I couldn't tame him down, so I won a couple fights with him and sent him on his way. Bad thing is, if I had some here, I'd have to let them run loose. And then they'd end up getting killed by coyotes. Heard that. Yeah, I had a couple of those too. I had one that was half Baney and half game. He's great. He was great for a knife fight, if that's what you like. Guy brought a $600 ASIL down here, and that little Baney about killed him, hit him in the top of the head, knocked him down. He started going around circles. He was, oh my God, he's killing that bird. Knocked his brains out. Got him up and worked with him, got him back on his feet. He said, I'm taking this bird back to that guy. He said, this thing is junk. I said, well, that little Baney he's got some experience under his belt. He was little all of his life. He got picked on by the other ones. He had to learn to fight. But I had some tough little BB games out here too. They look like little knickknacks walking around. I miss those days though. We used to have get-togethers up at the garage. Everybody brings some trading stock. We try our new blood out there. I might have a roll of wire. This guy over here might have a couple tires or something like that. We throw down. Winner gets it, take it home. Might be a new fishing pole. Hard to say what it was. Whatever they brought in. Well, I'm going to shut this thing down, Billy. Go ahead here and get some things done real quick. And get my salad out and get ready to take my medicine. And probably get ready to start the show here in a little bit. Appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. 2 left in chat. That's just me and Billy. So no use using up my hours. We'll catch you in a little bit, buddy. Take care. God bless. Be safe out there. See y'all next one.